Hello there, everyone. My name is Oversoul. This is Oversoul Gaming, and welcome back to Martha Go Bye Bye. Now, there is things to do. We have a new diary entry and a new tarot card thingy, so let's do both of them real quick. Let's do the diary entry first. Oh.
21st of July. Lapo is dead. They shot me in the back when I discovered his body. I thought I had hit rock bottom. These are soulless, empty days. After so many awful events, I finally managed to meet the White Lady. Or so I believe. The line between reality and dreams is becoming less and less clear to me. I thought a lot about her words, but they didn't shed any light on my assumptions. They kept ringing in my mind. Maybe I will understand when the time comes. Now I know for certain that it was Mummy who killed Martha, when she thought that she was me. Only a week ago, all of this would have seemed impossible. I just need to find the proof, so she can pay for what she has done.
So, the swaying back and forth that it does, the slow back and forth swaying that it does, like very subtle, very, very slow, but it's there. You can see it if you pay attention. The camera very slowly pans back and forth when you're in the journal. It throws me off a little bit. I think it's intentional. It's intentionally meant to, like, weird you out. It's meant to be trippy. And it works. Okay. Another one of these. We'll do... This time we'll do this one. The Fool.
I mustn't care about what people think.
And... The Devil.
All fear will prevent me from facing the music.
The Tower.
It will be very difficult to recover from the mental collapse.
Okay. Oh, I get to pick another one? That's different. I thought it was only 3. Death.
Destiny is inevitable. The end waits for us.
Well, that was very specific in the beginning, but then it got really vague at the end. Okay, so what are my objectives for today? The film in the dress. I had forgotten I had to roll film in that dress. Oh, right, I have to develop the film that I found. Also, there's new phone numbers to call. The cemetery, if I want to do that. And, of course, there's a note I found among the mom's things. I have to go to the cemetery and check for Martha's body as well. To see if she's pregnant. I think we know that she is. And we still haven't found the key to our childhood room, so that's also part of it, too. Okay.
Almost 5 German divisions face the troops of the
Any more
8th
camera
Army.
accessories on the table here?
Units of an Indian division
That's a
crossed
yes.
the River Pesa on
400
a vast
ISO
front,
film.
and
It
they
comes into
advanced
its own
2
shooting
kilometers
clouds and
south
indoors.
of Montelungo. Meanwhile, the New
Sounds
Zealand
good to me.
units have reinforced their positions that run from Saint
Okay.
Michel to La...
Down we go.
I'll leave it in the letterbox. Have a good day.
Another telegram of condolence. Isn't it a bit late?
Isn't it, though? We'll check that in a minute. Ooh, there's a new newspaper as well. Let's see what's in here.
The New Zealanders conquer Tavernelli. In the eastern sector of the battlefront, the troops of the 2nd New Zealand Division, British 8th Corps, conquer Tavernelli. The 6th South African Armoured Division advances on the heights near Greve, conquering the peaks of the Dimini and Philly Mountains. The 4th Division reaches San Giovanni.
I'm trying to read.
Bombings.
Okay.
Damage caused by the bombings between Florence and Siena continues to increase. After the disaster at Poggibonsi, rubble and power cuts are the order of the day.
Poggibonsi. Why does that sounds like a Pokemon?
Attack on Hitler. After an attack carried out by a group of traitors, Hitler's words are, "In having escaped, I see a sign of the duty incumbent on me to continue my work."
I was about to say traitors, but then I remembered that this is a German newspaper.
Sabotage of the phone lines in La Romola. Telephone cables have been cut, causing danger to general safety. Any damage to the information service facilities is punishable by death.
Oops. Well, it's a good thing we're already supposedly dead then, isn't it? Alright, let's read this telegram. Who just leaves their door open
Dear
like
Mrs.
this?
Irene K., following your call, we have received a telegram from Dr. D. Your request has been accepted. As soon as the police station issues authorization, we will send for the girl. While we wait, to avoid the girl taking any extreme actions, as per the fears you have expressed, we ask that you trust in the advice of her treating physician.
She's gonna have us locked up.
Thank you for your generous and charitable donation to our institution. Director S. Volterra Psychiatric Hospital.
Charitable
Telephone 0782. Now that she has discovered everything, she wants to lock me up in an asylum. Or maybe even worse. She wants to kill me and have everyone believe it was suicide. She is preparing all the finer details.
That's fucked up. Well, not any more fucked up than anything else that's happened in this story so far. Maybe we can call the asylum and put an end to this.
Commune of San Casciano. Province of Florence.
Oh, I read this before.
Death certificate.
Volterra Psychiatric Hospital. How may I help you?
Request information.
Hello, we recently requested the admission of Julia Kay to the hospital. I just wanted to know whether it would be possible to cancel the request.
I'm sorry, but the request was issued by the municipality where you reside, madam. Any revocation of the request should be passed by them. Only they can decide whether to approve of the cancellation or not. Have you already received the telegram confirming that we have taken charge of the request?
Yeah.
Yes, I just received the telegram.
Okay, so the admission will continue at this time. You can get back in touch with our institution later for more information. Please bear in mind that everything will depend on the designated doctor's assessment. Please come here in person around 1 month after the admission. Thank you. Goodbye, madam.
Well, that's not good for us. But at least we got the asylum off our list. Ooh, should we call the cemetery? 6537?
Who is it?
Act as mother.
Hello, it's Irene K.
Yeah? Yeah, and what do you want from me?
Be called.
I'm sorry to disturb you. I just wanted to know if I can come over to see you later today or tomorrow.
Of course not. Do not come looking for me anymore. Stop bothering me, you bitch.
Jesus. So
He must
apparently
be going crazy. I don't believe for 1 second that Mummy would let him treat her this way.
unless
Sheer
there's
madness.
more going on than you think. All right, what other numbers do we have to call? The Doctor and Donatilio.
La Romola Doctor's Surgery. How may I help?
Act as mother.
Hello, it's Irene K.
Please wait a moment. Doctor, it's that strange girl, Irene's daughter.
Hi, Julia.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's me, Doctor. It's Julia. Excuse me for...
Don't worry, Julia. You needn't be ashamed. How are you? Any chest pain?
I'm okay, Doctor. The pain is almost gone. But Mother seems to be getting ill again. I mean, in the head, basically. I saw that she is taking that medicine again. Pervitin, I think.
Irene is very shaken by everything that's happening. But I don't think there is any need to worry.
She's going to have us locked up, though.
And she's doing well, all things considered. Pervitin was made illegal in Italy a few years ago now, so I wouldn't have prescribed it to her. But they say that it is still used in the army. Maybe they could give you some information at the German command. I must go now, Julia. I will come to see you soon.
I don't
That sounds
have the German
like a threat.
command's number, but I'm sure it won't be hard to find amongst Father's things. Perhaps in his study?
Okay, but we have one more phone number. Let's try Donatilio if we can call him yet, whoever the hell that is.
Yes, hello. This is Donatilio.
Oh, wow.
Father, you must bring justice for Lapo. You know it wasn't really him who killed Martha.
I know that it wasn't Lapo, and your father already knows this. Believe me. But I can't do anything.
Oh, is he
These
like
are
a
dark
priest?
times, my dear girl. Come to see me soon, and we will talk about it.
Well, no, it said Dawn. It said Don, and this is close to Italy, so maybe he's an actual... Okay. So that's all of the phone numbers for now, except... Oh, 6938... Wait, we just called him. I guess there's another phone call to make to him later. That one didn't count. Okay, so we're gonna go get a phone number from the father's study real quick.
General Edict K. New rules on curfew and women's behavior.
Okay, we got the number. It's 1185, I believe. There we go.
Command of San Vincenzo Artori, identify yourself.
I am the daughter of General Edict K. I am looking for information on Pervitin.
We cannot give you any kind of information here.
I found the drugs in my house, so I took a few pills thinking that they were for headaches. But now I don't feel well. I need help. I'm not sure whether I should go to the doctor, should I?
Please wait a moment, miss.
We'll
Captain, I've got a woman on the line who says she has taken Pervitin and doesn't feel well. Hello? How many pills did you take?
I took a handful of them.
My God, what were you thinking? You should try and force yourself to throw up right now, immediately. Then you need to get yourself to the nearest hospital. Miss? Hello? Hello?
Huh. Okay. So that gave me an update on the mother's stuff. Why can I still call the Don? Even though I already did. I guess there'll be a reason to call him back later. Like, the numbers that are all checked off the list, we don't have to worry about calling anymore, but his number will have a reason to call again. Alright, so it's time to go to the dark room. Oh, cutscene.
Go to the dark room now. Not when she's around. I must stay as far away from her as possible. I could go to the cemetery instead to find out whether Martha really was pregnant or not.
Well, shit, there goes our plans for developing that mysterious film roll. Alright, cemetery it is then. Which way do we go? If I remember correctly, the cemetery is over by that building where I posted the note. I can ride the bike over there because... I think I can ride the bike over here. Because it's not the woods, you see. Still kind of a rickety-rackety experience. Whoa, hello. Did the sun just come up suddenly?
Martha is in the family crypt. That place is scary. I don't remember, but Nanny told me we used to go there when we were kids, to see who was brave enough to go down the stairs. No one would ever go further than the first 2 steps. Now Martha's down there, alone, in the dark. She must be frightened.
Well, I don't think this is the way. This looks like an exit. Okay, so... shit, I missed my turn. Whoa, hello. Okay, so I'm a fool. For some reason I thought that this was like a gated, like, area that, like, led to somewhere else, but no, this is the cemetery. Ooh. Alright, Martha's in the family crypt. Here. But first, I'm gonna grab whatever this is because it's there for a reason.
Not now.
Okay, never mind.
Let's hope the caretaker isn't around. That man gives me the creeps.
Is this the crypt?
The family crypt is locked. The key must be in the caretaker's hut, as always.
Where's the caretaker's hut? Is it over here? Ah, here we go. Oh.
This door is locked, but I must get in. Maybe I can find something around here to break the lock. Among all those keys, one of them must be for the family crypt.
Okay, so we're gonna do a B&E, are we? It must be what the pliers are for over here at the entrance that I saw. Bolt cutter?
These are perfect for breaking the lock. I should hurry before the caretaker comes back.
Yeah, and jump scares us. Or something. I don't know. Probably not. Not that kind of game. Still, though. Let's do this. Crack. Yep, let's just leave the evidence behind. Ooh, there's more than keys in here to look at.
Instructions for the automatic telephone machine. For example, if you wish to call the number 0573, pick up the telephone from the hook and bring the receiver to your ear.
I know how phones work.
You will hear a continuous tone. Firstly, place your index finger in the hole displaying the number 0. Turn the disc clockwise until it stops. Let the disc return freely to its resting position. Repeat the same steps for the numbers 573.
I don't care.
Everyone takes a side. I find myself siding with my family, but I'm not sure whether it is right.
Siding with the Germans, family or not, in
Enough.
World War II.
I
Not
can't
right.
go on like this any longer. I can't go on pretending nothing happened. My family was slaughtered by these dirty Nazis. My daughter wasn't even buried, and I had to bury that half-blood instead. An Italian family that got cozy with the dirty Germans. Bastards, that's what they are. What am I supposed to do with my life now? I want to end it, but not without taking a few Germans down with me. You won't see me anymore, but you will hear about me. Long live the resistance. Viva Italia.
So that's why the cemetery caretaker is such an ass to us. Makes sense. It's like another camera skin. I don't think those are necessary to move the story forward, but I thought the game was gonna freeze on me again for a second. Alright, we got the family crypt key. Crypt key? Alright. Now let's go into the creepy crypt. This actually doesn't look too creepy for a crypt. It's actually kind
I
of
can see why we were scared as children. It's a rather gloomy place.
It's actually well lit and kind of cozy, if I'm being honest. But the music will make me want to think otherwise, I'm sure. Alright, let's just get through here quickly. Trying to avoid looking at the symbols on the wall. I would not want to be, poor Martha, being buried with those symbols next to her. Come on. Damn, that's a heavy lid. Holy shit. You heard that
May
thud?
God forgive me for what I'm about to do. I also pray that you, Martha, will forgive me.
Uh-oh. Well, I can tell by the broken guitar music that this is about to be a really messed up scene. Oh, there's a tad bit of nudity there. Oh, she's gonna stab her right in the belly. Gonna cut the fetus out of a corpse. Okay. Keep in mind that in the PC version of this game, this is something that you, as the player, have to actually physically do yourself. In the console version, it's just a cutscene. But in the PC version, you have to actually do this. Oh. That's a lot of blood for her being dead. Oh, it was a conjoined twin fetus.
It was true. Martha was pregnant. Pregnant with a deformed fetus with 2 heads. Twins again. They always said that it ran in the family. I was all the more shocked. I was doing things that I had never done before. I do not know what force was moving me. I became unstoppable. I decided to photograph the horror as evidence to show my mother and to everyone. Who knows why?
Yeah, who knows why? Oh, it's a fucking photo pit. God damn. Now we gotta take a picture of this shit on top of everything else.
Enough now. I will torture you no longer.
Okay,
I will come back to fix you, and I will stay and take care of you. We will spend so much time together. I love you, Martha.
Alright, well, we need to leave this uncomfortable place.
Doctor, I must thank you for your help. I wouldn't know what to do without you. Even our own dear Donatello seems to not understand the situation.
Irene, please. Consider the idea of leaving Italy as your husband suggested. It would be better for everyone, especially for the girl.
I fear that nothing will make her better. Her father doesn't want to accept it. I believe that hope is long gone.
I agree, but in Germany there are better treatments in specialized clinics. The asylum is a temporary solution, just to ensure that she doesn't do anything foolish. But it's a nightmarish place. You know that all too well. You cannot possibly want this for your daughter.
Of course I don't. But what can I do? She is a danger to herself, to us, to everyone. One of Eric's guns has also disappeared. She must have taken it. Who else could it have been? I am so scared, Doctor. I cannot wait any longer. Also, you know what they think of Italians in Germany, don't you?
But you would be with Eric, an esteemed general. Everyone will respect you.
That cursed girl. Where could she be? Let's hope she doesn't play any more foolish stunts. I'll wait for her here, in the cellar. Sooner or later, she'll go to the dark room. That's for sure.
I would gladly stay and keep an eye on her. But I must rush to town to organize the last few things for her hospitalization.
Thank you, Doctor. Don't worry. We'll see you later.
So that's what's happening back at home right now while we're at the crypt. Oh, Corey. Okay. But how do we know about it? Oh, Jesus. We got back over here quickly.
She's sleeping. I must take advantage of this. I will make her talk. She will reveal the truth out of fear. She thinks I can be silenced by calling me crazy. But unbeknownst to her, I will record everything. Everyone will know what you have done to your own daughter.
Oh, the tape recorder. But we also gotta develop the photo, right? Let's do that real quick.
I would make too much noise and wake her up.
Okay, fair enough. Let's just do the tape recorder then. We're going to secretly record her and get some kind of admission.
I would make too much noise and wake her up.
Waking her up is the point, though, isn't it? Now that we... Oh, I guess we'll just have to do this first. Alright, time to face the music, mommy dearest. Oh, shit. Are you gonna
kill her?
Now I
will wake her up and she will confess. You can bet on it.
What are you doing, my daughter? Why do you want to ruin your life?
Did you shoot her?
It wasn't me who just shot Mummy. It wasn't me.
What? Then who was it? The boogeyman? You're the one with the gun.
Dear God, what have I done? She forced me. She killed Martha. But who in the world will believe me now? They will take me to the mental asylum. Those rolls of film are my only hope.
Yeah, you kind of lost it there, didn't you? I can't really blame you, though. Your mom not only killed your sister, allegedly, we still don't have full proof of that yet. Is that the key to your bedroom?
So that's who had the keys to my childhood bedroom. I could have guessed.
Ah, so that's where the key's been this whole time. Makes sense. What's that? Oh! Did a bomb just go off? What the fuck?
My God! Sooner or later, more bombs will land here. Then everything will come to an end.
So I can't use the dark room right now, I'm assuming, because the power's out?
Damn, the power's out. It's impossible to develop that roll of film now.
Nope, not what I wanted. Can't see anything. Alright, well, I guess since I can't develop the film and I just got that key, the only logical thing to do would be...
At least now I finally have the keys to my old room. But why was it locked in the first place?
Yeah, exactly that. Let's go find out, shall we?
Finally, I can enter my room.
But will we
The
regret
puppet
it?
theatre. I loved it when I was a child.
You will no longer be able to tell light from darkness. In sorrow,
Oh shit!
ignorance is so
Look at that!
subtle. You are alone.
That village is on fire.
Remain alone. Memories are abandoning you. They are your only true companions. Now they take the place of your happy childhood, and they may return to keep you company.
I have no idea what that voice just said because there was no subtitles, but whatever it was, it sounded creepy. Anyways, that's gonna have to go ahead and be it for this episode because I'm out of time for today. But I can't wait to see what's going on with this little puppet theater thing. I feel like we're getting very close to the end of the game. There can't be too much left now. I mean, we killed our mother, and the town next to us is getting bombed, so things are feeling very final. But let's take a moment to play with puppets, shall we? In the next episode. So let me know what you thought of this one and everything about the game so far in the comments down below. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and click that like button, and as always, thank you all so much for watching, and I will catch you possibly on another day, definitely at another time, and likely in another video. Okay, goodbye!